Good morning, sailors. Behind me is a 1978 Shannon 38 Ketch that is an amazing opportunity for the right buyer. I mean, honestly, this boat has so much good about it, and the price is so attractive. I'm gobsmacked as to why it hasn't sold. I think part of it's because it's been crammed into the yard and we didn't have great photos of it. But I'm going to get on board and take you through for a little video walkthrough of this quite beautiful, potentially highly capable ocean crossing yacht. I think you're going to enjoy it. So taking a look at the starboard side, obviously the bottom does need to be sanded and some additional anti-fouling applied. Gel coat on the starboard side looks to be in decent condition. Obviously that cove stripe could be touched up, and all of the exterior teak does need to be addressed, needs to be varnished. And you'll see on the port side there's a little bit of damage to the cap rail, and honestly that's the only, if you could call it an issue, the issue with this boat has nothing to do with its seakeeping or seaworthiness, but cosmetically there is a little damage to the cap rail, which we're going to see here in a second. And please note, monitor wind vane. We'll talk about that when we get in the cockpit. So right up here on the port side, you can see an area where a little bit of the cap rail trim has been damaged, and there's a little bit of scuffing to the gel coat that'll buff out. Let's get out the ladder and go aboard. The decks are covered with Treadmaster. That is the original non-skid from Shannon. It's actually got plenty of grip left. It's a pretty aggressive approach to non-skid. It'll keep you safe on deck. This rod rigging was replaced by Shannon in 2008. So while it is got a little bit of age on it, rod rigging typically lasts quite a good bit longer than twisted wire. And it was inspected again in 2020. Got a clean bill of health. So that's impressive. Up here forward, you've got a nice electric windlass, Harkin furlers, large bowsprit, CQR on 5/16 chain, and then you've got a Danforth on what looks like be 5/16 as well. You have staysail on a self-tacking boom. So the staysail furls on the furler, but then self-tacking this track and the boom, which is nice. Mainsail was replaced in 2019. Head sail, Jenna, was replaced in 2019. So they've got a lot of life on them. Hardly been used actually, because the last owner took this boat on the Great Loop, and you don't do much sailing on the Great Loop. This canvas, pardon the bird crap, but this canvas was new in 2025. So Dodger, Bimini, new in 2025. Solar panels were also added very recently. Got a good deal of solar there. Nice stainless traveler arch, traveler support. And here you have chocks for dinghy as well. So you could, depending on the dinghy you get, you could mount it here on deck. You see there. Let's go into the cockpit, check it out. So obviously this is a Ketch rig. So you do have the mizzen mast here right in front of the companionway, just adjacent to the companionway. It's a little mix and match of instruments. You got a newer Raymarine wind instrument, depth, speed, and this is autopilot. And autopilot. So you have a below decks autopilot. That's great. Beautiful varnished teak helm. An older Raymarine E80 chart plotter. Lumar 44 primary self-tailing, and then you've got small Lumar 8s for furling line. On the port side, and that's a single speed, not self-tailing. On the starboard side, you've got Lumar 44 primary and a Lumar 16 self-tailing 2-speed winch, and that is also for furling. Got your propane tanks here. with new lines, new regulator, pressure gauges. As mentioned down below, you do have this monitor wind vane, self-steering autopilot, West Marine dinghy outboard mount, a couple of GPS mushroom antennas, the cockpit shower. That looks like a radio mic, yep. So connector for a remote mic. It's a 12-volt outlet. Manual bilge pump. I'm 6'5", and I would say that the height clearance here in the cockpit is about 6'4" behind the helm, and out here it's just about 6'5". So sufficiently tall bimini. Okay, let's go down below. As you can see, as with all the Shannons, the truly amazing joinery work is evident throughout the boat. A 38-foot boat, nice size galley. Commodious cold storage here. Sea frost freezer section for your frozen goods, and then the rest is refrigerated. Could use a little clean, but all in all, that's a great sized refrigerated space for a 38-foot boat. There's your electrical panel, battery switches, gas monitor, refrigeration control, 3-burner propane stove, large double sink. In addition to the pull-out faucet, you have a hand pump and a foot pump. Aboard you have the nav station, some additional breakers, battery monitors, tank level gauges, bilge pump control. Behind nav station seat, water heater, and some storage. The nav station, you have VHF, HF, single sideband, tri-data, which will show you whatever you want, stereo, and a repeater of the E80 chart plotter, so you can check your charts, check your navigation, check your radar. Moving forward into the salon, these are the cockpit cushions. They're nice, Fifertex, very durable. They're sitting in a pilot berth. And then here to port, you have typical settee. This extends out to make a berth, which is very nice. And starboard, you have a mirror image that does also, I believe, come out. Yes. Lots of storage, lockers, centerline table, 2 leaves that swing out. Moving forward, you have this large locker to port, as well as above it. Very deep storage. To starboard, you have a wet head. It's a good size though. And obviously this is your, not only your faucet for your sink, but it becomes the shower head, which you can attach right there. The ubiquitous Raritan PH2 manual toilet. Great piece of gear. And then finally, moving up into the quite large V berth. Quite large. Of course, we've got some sails up here obstructing the view. That's all right. This is a large V berth. I'm 6'5". This looks to be able to accommodate a couple of versions of myself. All right, welcome back. Let's have a look at the engine compartment. So for me, this is a huge selling point. 2016 Yanmar. Let's see how many hours it has. $1,327.6 hours. Balmar upgraded alternator with a Balmar regulator. Okay, folks, so there's your short video walkthrough of sailing vessel Annabelle, 1978 Shannon 38 Ketch. And I gotta say, at the current asking price, I just think she'll be gone in a week once this video's out. It's just an incredible opportunity for somebody who wants to go cruising on a well-found, high-quality sailing yacht. Just needs a little bit of cosmetic attention for a price that is just, you know, incredibly attractive. I'll put a link to the listing in the description of this video so that you can take a look at the full listing. And yeah, give the listing broker a call. He will welcome your interest. For now, I bid you all fair winds and following seas, and don't forget, hold fast.